The grand jury record remains sealed tonight, but stems from Mr. Trump's alleged role in hush money payments to adult film star Stormy Daniels.
The Manhattan District Attorney's Office has investigated whether the former president falsified records to hide a $130,000 payment to Daniels ahead of the 2016 presidential election. Mr. Trump's former attorney and fixer, Michael Cohen, says the payment was meant to keep the affair with Daniels quiet. Cohen is a key witness in this case. He's already pleaded guilty to facilitating the payment and served prison time. Donald Trump has repeatedly denied any wrongdoing, calling his indictment an attack on the country and the upcoming 2024 election.
Mr. Trump is the first former president in U.S. history to be indicted on criminal charges.
Action News reporter Nick Garcia joins us now live in the studio with how local and national officials are reacting to this news. Nick?
Right, the move by the grand jury today follows a years-long investigation by the Manhattan District Attorney's Office. Former President Trump has put out a statement tonight as politicians on both sides of the aisle are weighing in.
Former President Donald Trump indicted by a grand jury, a first for the nation. Fresno politicians weighing in.
There's often a two-tiered system that we're seeing in this great country of ours. We want to keep it great, but what happened today was a national disgrace and should be of concern for everybody.
It's a whole mix of things, you know. On the one hand, it's kind of a very proud moment for America. If this is true, that means that even the rich, the famous, the powerful can be indicted for breaking the law, and that's a wonderful thing. Everybody should applaud that.
Action News also spoke with Congressman Adam Schiff, who was a key part of House Democrats' efforts to impeach the former president. Schiff called it a sad day for the country, but says it shows everyone should be held accountable for their actions.
I'm determined to defend the rule of law, and I want to make sure that people in Congress, like Kevin McCarthy and Jim Jordan, who are threatening to interfere with the Manhattan District Attorney, don't interfere with the rule of law.
House Speaker Kevin McCarthy tweeted this message, saying Manhattan District Attorney Alvin Bragg, quote, has irreparably damaged our country in an attempt to interfere with our presidential election, and goes on to say, quote, the House of Representatives will hold Bragg and his unprecedented abuse of power to account. Congressman David Valadao sent Action News this statement saying, quote, the indictment of a former U.S. president is unprecedented. But like every other American citizen, President Trump has due process rights and will be able to make his case. I trust our legal system to find out if this indictment is in any way politically motivated. Finally, the former president himself weighing in, calling the indictment, quote, political persecution and election interference at the highest level in history. Trump also accused Democrats of, quote, weaponizing our justice system to punish a political opponent who just so happens to be a president of the United States and by far the leading Republican candidate for president.
And sources tell ABC News the former president is expected to surrender in New York early next week. We'll, of course, be following that for you. Live in studio, I'm Nick Garcia, ABC 30 Action News.